We then need to be able to say, is this what we're looking for? Okay. And if that's what you're looking for, then I'm not going to try to make you into somebody else. And those conversations just need to happen. So, Meredith, today in class, we were talking about this lovely artist, Lauren Daigle. And my question to you initially was, how do we listen to her voice and ascertain what's healthy, what's not? Should I be like thinking about that? Is it sustainable what we're hearing from her? I'm wondering.
When you say that, can you be specific? Can you say, here's what I hear as a voice professional that's like concerning to me? Can you
Okay.
articulate that?
So I would say that I hear the gravelly sound that I have usually deemed as like vocal fry, but also, is it healthy? Will she be able to maintain that? We also mentioned in class today, we all have observed that she has this ability to flip up into a nice mix, a nice belt, but it only goes so far. Should I be concerned that there isn't more to her range? And is her what I call the gravelly, maybe even hairy sound, is that okay?
Yeah,
Like, should I be concerned about that?
those are great. Great observations. The song that we listened to, Sonia, is You Say. I haven't heard a lot of her stuff.
That's one of her most popular ones.
And it's in D minor, and the low note is the tonic, and the high note is this A. Okay, the hairy voice thing.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hairy voices are not intrinsically unhealthy or damaged. This is a thing that we learn in college a lot of the time, but it is simply not true.
Okay.
Some people just have that quality to their voices. It's okay. It does not indicate damage. Usually, those people have voices that can withstand more stress and still maintain something that's sustainable, but not always. Different voices are different. So let's be clear about that. We tend to assume hairy voices are broken, damaged, unhealthy in some way. No, that is a fallacy. Secondly, we tend to assume that all voices are kind of the same in terms of their strength and durability. Also not true.
Ah, that's a good point. That's a
Some
really
people,
good point.
yeah, some people have very strong voices. They can just like, I call them cords of steel, right? They can just like do anything and not take care of their voices and they still sound amazing and great. And then there are some people who have very sensitive voices. Every little thing bothers and then it makes it challenging for them to sing or express themselves in the way that they want to. And then there's the continuum, like there's everybody in between that. The range for this song is, as I said, D to A, right? So what that sounds like to me, based on, I'm listening to her timbre, I'm listening to how she uses her voice, it sounds to me like she has pitched this song specifically in that range so that she doesn't have to go any higher than an A. Because what I'm hearing is that when she's sort of like, whoa, that was loud, D-ish or below, she's pretty comfortable. And then when she goes higher, she's doing that kind of pushy thing that we hear in our studios from people who consider themselves belty singers,
Yes,
where they're
exactly.
wanting to take a whole lot of weight up high.
Yes.
And so that, and if that is indeed what she's doing, again, I'm basing this on one song, so I don't want to be global, but if that is indeed what she's doing, then of course she's capping out on an A. If she used the big hammer, she might be able to hit a B flat or a B, maybe, but that's as high as she's going to be able to go until she implements the nasty triangle principle, right?
Yeah,
You
we can't
have
avoid
to,
that.
you can't avoid it, right? If you want to go higher, you have to allow that thinning to occur. And she's not.
That's it. Wow. Like I can hear her voice in my head right now because I have listened to her over the years and I don't think I've ever really noted. I've always been like, oh, that big sound, and oh, those really low notes. But haven't seen how she's used her limitations to create her own thing, right? Like that's who she is. And that's a good thing. But also that there would be ways to increase and expand her range. And the nasty triangle, as uncomfortable as we like to talk about it being, works.
Well, and to your point, it's like, does she want to? And that's
Yeah.
another thing that we need to remember when we are coaching singers of popular styles is that all of these things that are the hallmarks of genres. So we have certain things we expect to hear in jazz, certain things we expect to hear in R&B, certain things we expect to hear in rock. All of these things are born of artists' limitations. They're almost all compensatory behaviors. I mean, think about scoops. Scoops are everywhere, right? Though that is a compensatory behavior. So fine. We can't say compensatory behaviors are bad. They're great. I mean, we talked about John Legend today. Like John Legend does not nasty triangle.
No.
He uses the big hammer up to an F, and then he pops into this gorgeous, angelic, falsetto that
It
makes
is
us curl
sweet.
our toes. It is
Yeah,
beautiful, right?
it is.
That's
Yeah.
his signature. Am I
Right.
going to go, John Legend, you need to learn Nesty Triangle? No, I am not.
Right. Right.
Because he
Right.
has worked with his limitations to create this fantastic style.
Yes. That for me is a real takeaway because again, it addresses why we don't need to fix everybody. We don't. Their limitations, their compensatory behaviors are who they are. We then, as a coach and client, need to be able to say, is this what we're looking for? Okay. And if that's what you're looking for, then that's what I work on with you. And I'm not going to try to make you into somebody else unless you're wanting other skills or whatever. And those conversations just need to happen.
Right.
That's the key thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And if Lauren Daigle came to you and said, Sonia, this is my signature style. Done all these recordings. And also, my voice is tired after every concert and it makes me feel really nervous. Then you can deliver behaviors and practices and hygiene that will allow her to continue to, maintain that style without changing who she is as an artist, but just be able to support her.
I think it speaks to being able to listen with who you are as an artist and who you desire to be as an artist. And then our relationship gets built on where you want to go as an artist, not based on what I need to fix. Just as vocal professionals, we do want to be able to define it all the time. We want to define everyone's voice and check the boxes. Like that's how I see it, like that we listen and we check the boxes. But is
Mm.
it that we're checking the boxes around what appeals to our listening? And according to whatever, pedagogy we've said is the truth. I think we're dealing with the reality of here we got a body, a person singing.
Yeah,
And sometimes it really
right.
is coming down to our own likes and dislikes. It's really got nothing to do with what's actually happening in the singer.